Welcome to the Purple Elephant Show. I am your host, KC Phoenix, and this episode is just a little quick check in to say, wow, time is moving fast. One thing I noticed about time is that it moves slow when you want it to move fast, and it moves fast when you want it to move slow. And we are less than 6 months till the election. And if we're already less than 6 months till the election, and it's been 3.5 years since President Trump has been in office, and it went by pretty much in the blink of an eye, then imagine how fast these next few months are going to go by. The reason I decided to do this particular episode is because things have been a little wild lately, to say the least. Chaotic would probably be the more appropriate word as of late. And I don't think this is the calm before the storm. I really don't. I I believe things will settle down temporarily, but as soon as we get into probably mid-August, end of August, beginning of September, send in the clowns. That's all I can tell you. It is going to be a show. I can feel it. It is going to be a show. And as for that individual that I told to stand down, we're going to see. And I mentioned in the episode when I talked about that individual, I said, if that person decides to run, I'll tell you what she plans on doing. And you know who I'm talking about. I'll say it like this. If that person somehow magically appears on the ticket as vice president or Secretary of State nominee again, to be Secretary of State again, I'm willing to bet that certain things is not a coincidence. I forgot what the old saying is. I think it's like once is a coincidence, twice is a pattern. So take that as you may. I'm very curious to see how this is going to shake out come this summer. And I already know that fall is going to be crazy. That's a given. Fall is going to be amped up times 10. So just get ready for that. But don't get me wrong. Summer will give fall a run for its money. Late summer will give fall a run for its money. So yeah, but I think things will settle down in probably a month or so, and then as summer starts to come to a close, it'll amp up again, then it'll settle down for just a blink, and then as you get ready to go into fall, that's when it's just get ready. That's all I can tell you. Just get ready. You already know who I'm voting for, and I encourage everybody to vote. I don't have this thing on, well, you have to vote for this person, you have to vote for that person. I know who I'm voting for. You can vote for who you want to vote for. it's just good to vote. And at least that way, you can attempt to, notice I said attempt, to have your voice heard. Because, I mean, here in California, yeah, I'm voting, but it we already know what goes on with voting here in California. So, yeah. Which, by the way, Twitter, if you're going to fact check that type of stuff, you might want to check in with Judicial Watch. They have the receipts showing that there is voter fraud in California, as in lawsuits. They have the receipts. So, Twitter, you might want to check in with Judicial Watch. Just a suggestion, you know, just a suggestion. I'm not CEO of Twitter, not my monkey, not my circus, but just a suggestion. Might want to check in with Judicial Watch so you can see the receipts. But you need to make sure that you vote so you can be heard or attempt to be heard. I don't like when people say they want change, but then they sit on the sidelines and they don't vote. It's like, okay, so how are you going to get change? Because if you want a law changed, the only way to do it is legislatively, sometimes legally, even though that's not the recommended way because judges aren't supposed to legislate from the bench. But, you know, and even then, with voting, if you vote for certain people, they will put in certain judges. So, I don't care who you vote for. I honestly don't, because I don't judge. Everyone has their reasons for voting for whoever they want to vote for. I have people who are not going to vote for the president that I know, and that's fine. More power to them. Whatever they want to do, that totally fine. God bless America. you know. But I want them to at least vote. And it was crazy because I was looking at the election results for the governor of Texas. And he won by, and Governor Abbott is who I'm talking about, Governor Abbott of Texas. He won by, and I'm just rambling here. He won, they said he won by, I think it was 1 million votes or something. But when I was looking at all the votes tallied, I was like, wait a second. Aren't there tens of millions of people in Texas? Why are there so few voting? So I don't know what the deal is with that. As a matter of fact, just I'm curious. People in Texas. I'm really curious. Okay, 29 million people. So 29 million people in Texas. I feel like, and I think about maybe 5 million had voted or less than 5 million. I have to double check that again. But when I looked at how many people voted overall, it was just kind of shocking to me. I know that some people obviously aren't eligible to vote. And if you're under 18 or you're not a US citizen or whatever, or you're not registered. So there are other variables, but at the same time, I thought that it would have been a little bit more, maybe 10 to 20% more that would have voted in that election. And that is what I'm telling everybody. If you want to see some type of change, instead of rioting, which I don't believe in, I don't endorse terrorists, instead of protesting, which I don't believe in, because in my opinion it's a waste of time, and I'll go into that on my podcast only show or podcast only episode, which you can listen to later once I upload it, thepurpleelephantshow.com for the Anchor podcast, and I'll have it uploaded within a few days. the change can only happen if you put people in office that are willing to make the changes that you seek. And you can't get those people in office if you don't vote for them. So, yeah, less than 6 months till the election. Make sure that you're getting ready to vote so you can see some change and do that. So, that's my little 2 cents. I'm just rambling. That's it. I just thought it was kind of crazy that I was looking at the calendar and I'm like, wait, it's less than 6 months till the election? So that's why I decided to do this episode. Thank you for watching, for all of those who have watched. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, don't forget to click subscribe on the YouTube channel, press the bell. That will alert you anytime I upload my shows, which are usually on the weekend, which is Sunday or Monday. And if you are listening to this on the podcast, as I mentioned before, don't forget to subscribe there, thepurpleelephantshow.com. You can subscribe at the Anchor Podcast website. That is where the web address will take you to. I appreciate each and every one of you. I mean that sincerely from the bottom of my heart. And I hope to have another episode up, which will probably be a podcast-only episode, in the very near future. Be blessed.